Hey, it's Niclas, and this is a video I did not expect to make, but one that I feel is kind of necessary. A couple of months ago I made a video about the upcoming Silent Hill Townfall, a video where I asked the question if gamers can be normal, as the sheer existence of a black main character led to people calling the game, even though it was just announced, DEI slob, woke hill, silenthood, and other not funny, stereotypical racist remarks. And rest assured, no, they can't be normal, as these gamers are, as the video title states, actually just right-wing grifters who are trying to farm clicks by hating on anything that could be considered woke. And one of the newest targets is Directive 8020. As I was browsing YouTube after finishing the game, I kept getting these very typical thumbnails pushed onto my feed, into my face. You know, those kind of thumbnails. The kind of thumbnails that basically all these channels do, using the same keywords to grab attention, editing the faces of characters, and all that other crappy stuff. As you can see, Directive 8020 is the newest DEI woke slob game that I need to criticize across several videos. Why Directive 8020 is getting targeted, you may ask? Well, from the 10 characters in the game, 3 of them are black, 5 of them are women, most of which have short hair, with one of them being black and having short hair, one of them is also Asian and muscular, oh, and one of the guys is gay. You know, all totally unrealistic things that totally don't exist in the real world, which these people clearly don't spend a lot of time interacting with. Seriously, no normal, no sane person has any issues with any of the above mentioned things. No one. As a matter of fact, I didn't even think about it. Like, I pointed out that Kubrick got some muscular arms, and I praised the fact that Supermassive Games included a male homosexual character after including a female homosexual relationship in a previous game, and that's really it. Not once did I think about the skin colors, the ethnicity, or the haircuts of any of the characters as I was playing the game, and even Cernun's homosexuality, while being an important part of his character, is something I and the game only talked about occasionally, as it does not solely define him and his role in the game. It's simply something that exists, just like in the real world. Like, I would understand doing this whole DEI woke nonsense gimmick talk about a game that actively and heavily focuses on race, looks, sexuality, and other topics in such direction. It's pathetic and stupid either way, but for a game like Silent Hill, which heavily tackled feminist topics in its story, I understand why gamers felt the need to talk about it. They were talking a lot of uneducated grifting bullshit, but the game at least gave them something to talk about that fits into their whole disgusting agenda. This is not the case with Directive 8020. Like at all. And I don't mean it in the sense that the game got nothing to talk about, because Directive 8020 and its story does offer a lot of room for conversations. Conversations that aren't focused on race, looks, and sexuality, but completely different things like humanity, science, and morals, which, now that I'm thinking about it, none of these people have a fucking clue about. As right-wing grifters that spend every single day being miserable about anything that doesn't fit their twisted view and agenda, have no idea about humanity, science, and especially not about morals. Literally all Directive 8020's characters do is existing. The color of the skin of the 3 black characters is never a topic throughout the game. Not once does the game tackle any racial issues that could invite room for such conversations. Yet, just the fact that the 3 characters are black is enough for these kind of people to consider it woke DEI slob. The sheer existence and inclusion of black people, the sheer existence and inclusion of women, the sheer existence and inclusion of anything that isn't white and straight and fits their views is woke in these people's eyes. And that fact alone is all you need to know to understand that these people can't and shouldn't be taken serious. They don't engage with video games and any other form of media for that matter in a healthy and mentally stable manner. And I'm particularly wording it like this as all of these right-wing grifters are sick in the head. It's really that simple. Racism is a disease, homophobia is a disease, misogyny is a disease, none of it is normal, yet it continues to get normalized exactly because of these kind of grifters that use their hatred for engagement to further spread their sick views and agendas. And the worst part about it all is the fact that these kind of channels and echo chambers have grown and expanded to a point where I doubt that we will ever be able to get truly rid of them. These sick people have planted their roots way too deep into our society for way too long, and it's been, like mentioned, continuously growing over into the video game landscape, to the point where the sheer existence existence of black people and women as main characters leads to hate trains and smear campaigns. Star Wars Outlaws, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ghost of Yotei, Silent LF, Silent Hill Townfall, and now Directive 8020. I am just so tired, man. So tired of these insecure losers infiltrating the spaces of the things that I enjoy. I have so many videos I want to make about Directive 8020 and its incredible characters that I felt like it was needed to make this video first. Because as much as I want to focus on and talk about the positives and things I enjoy, I have long been past the point where I can constantly ignore those negatives. You know what, at the end of the day makes me really happy though? It's the fact that as tiring and exhausting these people and their actions are, I know that I will always be happier than them. I know that they will forever be miserable, as the sheer existence of black people, gay people, and women makes them so mad and angry to the point where they have to basically make their whole personality and everything they think and do every day. I know that this disease that is eating up their minds leads to them being unable to ever be fully and truly happy. Because people of different ethnicities, sexualities, and gender will always exist and persist. No clicks and engagement is ever going to change that. And I just want to mention this at the end before people try to put words into my mouth. I'm not saying that this and other games are immune to valid criticism and healthy discussions. I have things to criticize about this game as well, but that criticism is based on things like gameplay and pacing. Every game can have such issues, and yes, some games may even have issues that require discussions about race and or sexuality. A common example for that would be Resident Evil 5. What I'm trying to say is, criticism and critical discussions are as important in gaming just as much as they are anywhere else. It's about how that criticism and how those discussions look like. And calling a game that features black characters, gay characters and women woke DEI slop simply because of those characters existing is not valid criticism, it's not a healthy topic of discussion, it's just right-wing grifters spreading their views and agendas for clicks and engagement. And that is something that simply should never place, both in discussions about video games and in society in general. I will continue to make positive videos about the games I love and enjoy, but when it's necessary to tackle and talk about the negatives surrounding those games, I will continue to call them out in videos like this as well. Trust me, I would also prefer to just do positive videos about games, rather than critical videos about the discussions and hatred around them. But these kind of videos are simply necessary, as without resistance and vocal opposition against these right-wing grifting agendas, they would just continue to get worse and worse. This video won't stop what these people do, but hopefully make a few of you realize just how pathetic and miserable they truly are. I have a lot of fun and exciting Directive 8020 and Supermassive Games videos planned for the upcoming few weeks, more reactions, reviews, tier lists, and so on. I hope to see you there for it. Till then, it's Niclas, enjoy some video games, and to quote one of my favorite YouTubers, be good people.